Right, I'm just in Listerdale Woods and I've just about got the Sony HVR A1 balanced on the Merlin gimbal. So I'm just going for a walk along this rough terrain. We'll jump across this log. So it's a bit of a challenge to keep the camera pointed in the right, in a straight line. And down here we've got a massive drop. So I should be able to adjust this gimbal now so that it actually naturally points down there. Yeah, now that's naturally pointing down. There's some mobile phone infrastructure in the middle of the woods. Right, back on the gimbal now, I'm doing this one-handed. So I'm going to try and get down this slope. If we come across here, we've got some nice scenery. So I'm now going to point the camera upwards, and I'm going to go back up the hill that I've just come down. Not too much. I think that's just pointing up just enough. So I'm going to try and go up the hill, back up the hill now. It's not balanced entirely well because it's leaning to one side again. And we're back up at the top. I need a rest now. Right, it should be clear from that footage that these things do take a degree of skill to operate, although hopefully that will come out quite steady. I'm now just holding the camera like normal and going back down the hill. So it's of course not easy to point us in the right direction like this. But I'm expecting it to be a bit all over the place. And the twig. Now on something resembling flat, I'll go back to the gimbal. I'm walking straight on and holding the camera sideways. And I'll pan round to the other side where the field is. Because the trouble with this is, even if you're going in a straight line, the camera does tend to wander off on its own. So you need to keep it pointing in roughly the right direction. The fact that we're outside in the wind probably doesn't help, because I think the wind will blow it. Before I put it away, I think I'll just see if I can wander across here. And we're now entering Herringthorpe Woods. This might actually be the part of the woods that's known as Gibbings Grieve. I'm not sure if that's this bit or if it's the next bit along up there, but this is all council owned, as opposed to the bit we've just been in, Listerdale Woods, which is owned by the Lister family. I'm just going to try walking forwards with the camera pointing backwards and see how well that works. I think that works reasonably well. I'll look forward to seeing that later. More steps to practice on, look. Anyway, I'm just approaching the Herringthorpe golf course, or pitch and putt. Someone actually gave me some golf clubs a couple of years ago, so I thought I might bring some down and have a go, because I'm not very good at golf and I've not had much opportunity to practice. But it's looking unlikely that we will be able to do that, because they've planted trees all over the golf course. Here at the top there's some very well established trees, and yeah, the wind's definitely blowing this camera around quite a lot. But if we stand here on the tee, you can see there's trees, and they've not cut the grass, or not much anyway. Let's just zoom in over on the crematorium. You can see the car park's relatively full over there. But because of the wind blowing, I do have to hold the gimbal to keep it steady. I don't think this is quite as ideal for zoomed in shots as I thought it would be, to be honest. Right, I'm just going to give these steps another go with the Steadicam. In fact, I'll tilt it up a bit. That's a bit more level, I think. Just there we go. That looked nice and smooth on the screen. Well, it seems to wander around all over the place if you're not careful, especially if there's wind. It's going a bit all over the place now. I'll tilt it round here. So I think there's still a lot of work to do in terms of getting the balancing right, and in terms of me actually using the thing. I think we get the gist of it. It seems to work okay.